Wait, I want to start again. Okay, Mountain Dew Skinny Dipper, flamethrower, and fog hat enthusiast. Hilarious comic. James Fritz is with us.
Yay!
I thought you were doing a vocal warm up.
I know I get a little shy in the introductions. Flamethrower.
Hi.
Hi,
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good. Better now.
I've been waiting for you all day. We're excited to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 3:30. I was on time.
No, you were
What?
great. Still great.
It's flamethrower.
I know that's Southern Pacific. We were waiting for you all day.
all day. Is flamethrower a slur?
What?
Flame. There's a difference.
That would actually be like I would be homophobic if I was
Oh,
throwing
the flame.
flame.
Oh, I thought it meant like
flaming gay guys.
receiving. Do you know what I mean? Like giver,
Oh.
receiver. Are you the thrower or the flame catcher?
I'm straight. I don't know how this started.
And this is
That's-
a
I thought-
flamer. Okay, if you're a flamer thrower.
Why do I have to say that every podcast? I'm on?
podcast.
I know.
This should have been in your intro, Laura.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm an owl.
All right.
He is
Mountain
straight.
Dew.
He's white. He's a Mountain Dew Skinny Dipper. And whitewater
I've done
rafting.
one of those things.
I'm a whitewater rafting supremacist.
Okay. I'm from Kentucky. Don't give anybody any ideas.
Kentucky is a beautiful state.
It's
No.
great to drive through.
No, he's just a supremacist. He's very particular about how he rafts. Okay, for God's sake.
James Fritz, everybody.
James Fritz. You.
Thanks for having me.
James,
We're happy to have you. How's
You're
it
a
going?
brilliant comic, and like most comics who write and are actually great comics, you have another job in order to live out here. Mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about that? You don't have to.
No.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah. I
should
got a
talk
job as a TA
He's a dancer for hire. Oh, okay. Yeah.
for Vermont.
Yeah.
As a teacher's assistant for special needs kids at a middle school.
That is sweet.
It's so sweet.
But you're a
the
good person.
pay is even better.
That's what you get for being a good person. Also, is you're helping kids
Yeah.
and you're making people laugh in the evenings.
Yeah. Well, I did it to help with my crowd work videos.
We were on a text thread. I was saying I got a new puppy and he's coming over for today's recording. And Laura goes, I can't wait to meet your new baby. And the booker was like, who had a baby? And Laura's first response was, did you think I would actually be excited about a human?
Not a human being.
Yeah, I was like, the thought of Laura not getting excited about a baby is very Laura.
He's literally falling asleep with his head on the table.
Yeah, he's high as fuck. Oh, God.
I
Yeah.
know.
We hit the gravity bong right before y'all came over. So.
Yeah.
James, I forget this because you have no accent, but you're from Kentucky.
Well,
Kentucky.
He can
if
whip
I
it
keep
out.
sipping on this absinthe,
Oh yeah, cheers.
Did
the
they have
accent will come back.
Do they have absinthe in Kentucky? It's just
No,
moonshine.
This is
Yeah.
real absinthe. You
I've
know,
never
it's from
had
Ireland.
absinthe before.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh my God, I had.
What they
I'm a
have here.
hillbilly. I haven't really traveled a lot.
But this is the stuff here is like counterfeit bullshit.
Right.
It's like
This
moonshine.
is-
I've had real moonshine.
I've had real moonshine.
And now they sell fake moonshine in like liquor stores, and I'm like,
It's like high dollar. I knew it was real moonshine because we all found it in we were in West Texas and someone just found it in the freezer in the garage. You know when the garage has a refrigerator? We found some moonshine and the first person who drank it immediately vomited. I've never
they
seen
drank
someone
it
just
like it was a
do
regular
and then
drink?
Puked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we
Shit.
shot it.
ugh.
We didn't know. And
Right.
so we saw that happen and we still drank it. We were like, oh, me next. And
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Pussy.
I was the only one who could like withstand it.
Well, you're tougher than most.
I think it would, no, I swear
What
by
is
this.
in what's in it? Moonshine.
It's fucking rubbing alcohol that they put
really?
that they put in the sun.
It's
all
not
day.
rubbing alcohol.
It's
though.
not. Oh yeah.
No.
That was still.
It's like potatoes and shit, right?
Oh, that. And you just let that
But
shit
it's like-
ferment.
80 proof or no, like 180 proof.
It makes
Wow.
you go blind. That's a real thing.
It can make you go blind, yeah.
But we had the
Wow.
best. We were in a garage smoking cigarettes and playing cards. And there was a huge fight. Never mind. There was a big ass fight that night. My friend lost the card game and stormed inside the other house.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, country people have more.
There's a
than
lot of
one house.
moonshine fights.
Yeah, but that did
blindness
happen.
or fighting. One
It
of the
was
two.
literally like cards, and someone stormed away from the table.
It's a Kenny Rogers song. Bro.
He was there. His old face.
Don't call him
Okay,
a coward.
so if somebody wanted to go, it's not that anyone would want to, but if you wanted to go blind, you jerk off and drink moonshine.
No, poppers.
Poppers?
Those make
What?
you go blind. I think so. Oh. You know those? Also, a rubbing alcohol. Yeah, see?
VHS cleaner?
Yeah.
I just have to look at Garrett for everything. Peach, okay. And what is this? I don't know.
You huff it and either have like hot anal sex with another gay man,
It
or
relaxes your butthole.
yeah, or some people just take it like to party on the dance floor.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So you'd be somewhere in the middle.
But either way,
you'd be
your
having
butthole's
anal sex
relaxed.
on the dance floor
Oh, jeez. No.
again.
you know my old bit about that.
What?
That I did a bit that's 100 years old. Have I done this, Garrett, on this podcast? I've never,
Sell it.
Okay, thank you, James. Like, what I'd say, whatever your job is. So at some point in life, your boss will say to you, "Have you ever had anal sex?" And if you don't want to lose your job, or you don't want to act like you've never, like you're not very erudite or whatever, you say, "I haven't," but just to not deter your chance of getting a raise or whatever you say, I say, well, I haven't, but the last person who tried, now I'm forgetting that. The last person who tried disappeared. There was nothing left but a chipped tooth and a bloody eyeball. The old ass is haunted joke, which I can't really remember now that I've had absinthe.
Don't go up there.
That's old Kylinger's place.
Sometimes dead is better.
You never heard of poppers? There's that old thing.
I guess I don't. That's part of a bathhouse.
Culture.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Lucille Ball had a fag. Well, she was the fag hag for this guy named Lee Tannen, and they were playing badminton in the 80s, and he claims that ancient Lucille Ball just like fell down on herself and then woke up and pulled out poppers that her doctor had prescribed for her to like revive her.
Wow.
She was using them like smelling salts
Yeah,
for like
because
a boxer.
but she was playing backgammon with a gay man in the 80s who knew exactly what they were really
That can
for.
wear you out.
Right.
So it's a popper, like it's something that you pop open.
I think there's like to-go poppers, yeah, but they come in like a bottle and you huff it.
All I can think of
It gets you. It's like a whippet, but horny.
Okay.
Man, I should really do their branding.
What was the worst drug that you've done on the road
Great
when you're doing
question.
stand-up?
Oh God.
Or the best?
I think something I thought was coke, but wasn't.
Oh, sure.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
The
just
old
like
methamphetamine?
Yeah. And
A
it's just
sinus
like, this
infection in
isn't fun
powder
at all.
form. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 days later, I would really like to get some sleep. We have a friend who did that. I'm not going to say his name, but he thought he was doing coke all night. He was up literally for 3 months.
3 months.
Actually, and literally 3 months.
Was it Michael Jackson?
No, but
The house was immaculate.
yeah, he kept going to these doctors that just said it's got to wear off. I don't know what you can do. You
What?
can't do anything about
No,
it.
you die.
Yeah,
if you're
you
awake
have to
for 3 months.
So that's what they said about Michael Jackson is that if some doctor said because he wasn't sleeping, he was anesthetizing himself every night, right? So he wasn't going through the REM cycles, which was contributing to his whatever erratic everything.
Pedophilia?
Well, yeah, it'll get you. But
Get your sleep.
Doctors that evaluated like it's like I think the record is like 2 weeks without any kind of like medical intervention of someone going before your body just knocks you out.
Oh, really?
And so they hypothesized that had he not over anesthetized himself that night, that he would have died from lack of sleep because no one in human history has gone that long without sleeping.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't getting that, and then he was also being weird, Michael Jackson, like working and trying to push it.
The
So
songs really dropped off on that. Any more incriminating questions?
No.
No.
Okay.
I work at a school. What drugs do you do?
You don't share with kids. I'm
we're
sure.
talking in our ancient history. You're from Kentucky?
Yeah.
And when did you move out to LA?
Like 13 years ago?
Did you start stand up in Kentucky?
No. Well, I did like one time in college, just at the coffee shop I worked at. And, you could drink in there too, again, Kentucky. And like I did like one, my friends came out and I just made fun of the Bible. And then I didn't do it ever until I moved to Chicago.
How did the anti-Bible material go over?
Oh, it was
in
pro.
Kentucky? Yeah.
I'm sure. Like the
I
first
don't believe
time.
it, but it's a great read.
Yeah.
Sorry to profile you. Sorry,
big
that was
gat
not
guy.
fair. What is it like growing up in Kentucky? But is it
I grew up in a dry county.
Good God,
So
that
did
must have
I.
been hell.
Did you really?
technically, but you just drove to the other.
I didn't drink until college, like at all. I didn't drink, smoke, have sex.
I did my finest
because I was
drinking
scared of getting trapped in my hometown.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a real
I knew
deal.
at a young age I wanted to get the fuck out of there. Like, it was hardcore Southern Baptist. Like,
Wow.
oh yeah. Like,
So
we
we-
had a video store come. We had a really good video store. I was lucky in that regard. We're like,
What was it
those
called?
were like my movie nerd. What was it called?
Ours was called Video Max. I loved
yeah,
Video Max.
this was like before everything got Blockbuster or
Yep,
Hollywood.
Yep. My friends
I forget the name, but
Mom-
another one opened up, and they had like just like softcore in another room,
Yeah.
and the church ran them out of town.
Shut
Wow.
up.
Swear to God.
Do you remember Up All Night on TBS?
Oh, obsessed.
Yes.
I blame that for a lot of my problems.
Sexual deviancy?
Comedy and horror.
That was
Yeah.
wasn't that Rhonda Shear?
No, but they would show
It was Rhonda Shear and Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried, but it was basically softcore porn.
Well, they'd show a lot of weird like
They show
horror,
movies,
too.
yeah. But they would show softcore porn. It was some girl who just moved to the city every time.
Emmanuel.
And right before they'd get to the like hardcore part, it would just cut to like the next day. They just edited it
Or
out.
like sometimes,
Or
I just remember
Gilbert
this.
would pop in.
Sometimes, yeah, you'd have a boner and then
Yeah,
Gilbert Gottfried
We'll
would
be
show up,
right
and you're like,
back.
I'm
now
gonna be
now I can't
confused.
nut without Gilbert in the room.
But I just remember, like, I think I remember at one point, like, they didn't even try to like edit it gracefully, and they
Oh,
just
yeah.
blacked out like 3/4
yes!
of the screen.
They
So it'd just be
would.
like heads
Yeah.
on like, and then like literally like
Like if he
3/4
was
of the screen
fondling her
black. Yeah.
tits, they would just edit it out.
Yeah, we're not gonna blur it. Our blur guy's on vacation.
Oh my god! Well, because when we got cable, we were late to the cable game just by
Oh, us too.
comparison.
Yeah.
We got it. I don't know. Everyone else it was like not new for them, and
Oh, it blew my mind.
it was a life changing moment
Oh, yeah.
for lots of reasons.
MTV.
All of it, right?
Yeah.
And it was really hard to be late to that game because it was such a culture thing. But we got the cable box like a week. And then a week later, they switched the stations. Remember, they would change the channels. So they didn't come collect our cable box for a long time. And then it wasn't until I was like so bored that I went all the way up to channel 99, which was the Spice Channel. But because
damn.
yeah,
So you had cable.
cable.
Oh, shit.
But the problem was because of the scrambled of the channel change, it was a negative. So it was like watching porn, but in a negative. So all
like
the
the
dark,
old punch box.
yeah, that stuff.
I remember
So,
sometimes
with
we would get like
buttons on it.
Cinemax for free accidentally for like months,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be upstairs. And again, like I didn't even masturbate till
No.
late, but I was, it was compelling.
You were a cinema.
Sure.
You had a love for cinema.
You were in it for your stories. You called them. I need to watch my stories.
stories. I had to catch up on Emmanuel.
I remember I would be flipping around and in my bedroom, and then like with the TV like on mute,
Yeah, you had to
and I
cover.
could hear my dad. I would like mute it, and I could hear my dad, and like through the heating vent in the basement where he watched TV, it like synced up, and I was like, "Oh my god, my dad is watching dirty movies."
Oh my
outside."
God, are you serious?
Swear.
That's
Fantastic.
amazing.
Scarring,
And now, were your parents religious?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
very much
What kind of porn was he watching?
religious.
Same as you.
I mean, like
No, it was
Baptist
just like
or like
whatever
what?
was on Cinemax when we got it for free for like, or they forgot to like turn it off. Sometimes you get it for like a year.
Speaking of religious sexual deviancy, have I ever told you about that one? He was this like Falwell-esque evangelist in like Kansas or some shit. He died. He was found home alone, father of like 4, found home alone with like a rubber, like a dive suit, and then another swimsuit with the hood on it, and then all these ligatures to the wall. And the last line of the autopsy reads, "With a condom wrapped dildo inserted in the anus." And he's home. Yes, and he was a preacher, like all up in,
Fantastic.
totally in the
Can't
circle.
believe a preacher would do something.
Alone, like who put the condom? Who
Well,
put
you're
the
never
condom
wrong.
on the
God's
dildo?
always watching.
He stumbled around. That's not Santa Claus.
Is it-
He's all in rubber. I think this is mother.
It's the German Santa Claus.
It seems like the kind of. Okay, wait. You moved out to LA 13 years ago.
Yeah,
Why?
ish.
I'm surprised I live in LA.
I don't know.
I like it.
I was coming from Chicago, and I think I need to get out.
What were you doing in Chicago?
Stand up,
Yeah.
working shit jobs, and I was spoiled rotten in Chicago. I didn't realize that until I moved out here. I was getting crazy stage time and a lot. I'm like, why did I leave?
What, did you get paid?
Yeah, some.
Yeah.
And it's just so much cheaper to live.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like, here in New York, you got to make the move. And I think I just wanted some sun after 12 Chicago winters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't understand.
Now I want to move back.
Oh my God, we were in Chicago. The first time we were ever in Chicago, it was a beautiful day in March. It was so beautiful, and we went to have lunch. And then when we got out, the fucking cold front that everybody else knew about blew in, and we were like
You can find out about these
stranded.
things,
It was unreal how much it had changed, and so we're just like this young family on vacation on Michigan Avenue or whatever. So we came out of a cafe and we ducked into the first store we could, which was a sex shop.
Ah, fantastic.
So now my parents are in a store with us,
so
and
happened.
we're just in the doorway. It was great. We're just standing there like this, and my mom goes, "They know none of us belong here." We're just like trying to get him from the call.
It's like a Norman Rockwell scene.
It was really beautiful. There was a turkey being served, or basted, I should say. Sorry.
That was a Rockwell painting, wasn't it? A day in the sex shop, and then it's like she painted a dildo, and then
Just an Americana family.
yeah,
lost.
and then all the chains on the wall.
And a flag
Guy was a freak.
wrapped around a dildo.
Yeah.
I don't know. The reason I ask why is just because I also wanted to move to New York because I just felt myself like a more city
I think
person.
it was a mistake.
What?
No.
Do you
Even
really?
everyone is like, your comedy would go so much better in New York.
Yeah.
Because you're like political and like, you know,
You want to burn
care
it down.
about stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
You didn't
material.
get into it to act.
That's the whole. I don't think people
I'm
get
available
that.
for acting though.
But moving out here, people don't get that. That's the other. There's all these other people who don't give a shit about stand up who are totally taking a gig because they want the agent or whatever to see you.
No,
yeah.
yeah, that's been that way. I think out here a lot.
Is that normal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just remember something like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm like, then I'll take your time.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
don't
have
do
it.
it.
Like, I'll take
No,
it.
it was like a calling for me, and it ruined my fucking life. Let me have the spot. All I have.
Totally.
Did
Yeah.
Do you remember who
You can go do.
You're not a real comic
You can go
unless
do
it
an
ruins your
impression
life.
of your rich mother on a front-facing camera video, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I did a impression of my father in his house on like a fucking front face? He'd throw a fucking
He'd
bottle
throw you
at my
out.
head.
Get out of my house.
Every mom ever. I'm like, not my mom.
Yeah, I don't think you're a real comic unless it's ruined your life.
Was there, James? Was there a comic that you saw on TV or anything when you were growing up that you said, "Oh,
Oh, so many. I mean, I was obsessed. I was like a comedy junkie, like young age. I would like tape everything too. Yeah, I had a VHS tape of Coming to America with all the romance plot cut out because
Yeah.
I knew it so well.
Yeah.
So it was just like the character.
Your royal
parts, and
penis
it-
is clear.
And it was like the funniest hour. It was just like the barbershop and the preacher
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah. That movie's fucking funny.
It's funny as fuck.
I don't think people remember, or maybe they were. I was a VHS nerd. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah. I would take late night stand up because it was tons of it. I mean,
but the panic of like seeing something on TV and being like, oh fuck, I have to get a tape, and then it's like,
I taped so much Letterman and Conan too,
Right.
and would like watch it the next day.
do you remember when Janine Garofalo hosted a whole week of
Yes.
David Letterman?
She had Galifianakis and
Old 97s.
Bob and David and Old 97s as a
Yeah.
guest.
Wow.
And I was just like, this is the coolest shit.
I lost my mind. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was the most Janine Garofalo I could get in
Yeah.
one like.
So
one
again, I was a
place.
virgin until college. but no, I loved like so much stuff. I loved like Get a Life. That's when I kind of realized that was weird. Like Chris Elliott is
I
just
love
a
him.
god.
yeah."
He's a god. And
I feel like Cabin Boy was such a weird like a you know when you fuck up the pair or you fuck up the vibration. I feel like that was it for him because people read him the wrong way. You know, it's not. That's not what he is or
Yeah.
who he does.
Yeah.
So, but that was the biggest thing he commercially speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until Schitt's Creek, might people relate to him from?
well, Get a Life was. It was so weird. Fox back then was so weird. They would
Yeah.
put the
Yeah.
weirdest fucking shows
Do
on.
you remember The Edge?
The Edge, yeah.
I loved
Remember
The
Oops? It was like a show
Yeah.
after the apocalypse, Herman's Head.
I loved Herman's
They would
Head.
just put like, hey, what's your weird concept? We're nothing. We'll air that for a year.
I
And maybe
Yeah.
it'll.
fucking loved Herman's Head.
I don't even remember that.
Okay, so when JFK Jr. married whoever his wife was at the end, that blonde lady, I thought it was the lady from Herman's Head. I swear to God, I was like, he married, I think Carolyn Bessette is that bitch's name or something.
Yeah.
Oh my
But no,
God.
I was obsessed. And then like, I know it's hack and he's not cool, but Bill Hicks was massive for me.
Why is he not cool?
Why?
Oh,
He's not a hack. Bill
because
Hicks.
he said some problematic things in 1992 before he died at the age of 32.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way people judge him. It's like, he died at 32.
Uh-huh.
For Christ's sake, he's a baby.
Yeah, he just looks like an old man.
I've never heard of him being described as a hack.
Yeah. It is hack to like Bill Hicks, but I don't think it is either.
I mean,
you mean it's hack to like Bill Hicks?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I first moved here, a lot of like the alt comics would like make fun of, like, oh, this guy thinks he's not me, but like just as a type. And I'm like, well, I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah,
he was like the only
thing.
guy talking about anything real at that time, and I just loved like, because I came up in the age of like Get Her Done and like the redneck fucking comedy boom. Like you couldn't be in a checkout line without all those motherfuckers in your merch.
You
know, their own fucking chips
and also
like everything. And then to hear a guy with a southern accent
being from the South,
like saying
very
anti-war shit and like you know, he was big for me. Stanhope was big for me.
Yeah. What's the Doug Stanhope thing? Does he film in Ireland or Scotland where he can't get the visa? In the beginning of the special, he's calling the front desk and he's asking the lady concierge. He's like, "Hey, would you be interested in marrying me so I can get a visa and you can, lose that stigma?"
I didn't watch this last couple because
it's old.
I don't like comedy anymore. But
did pandemic ruin it? Liking comedy?
I own this.
Wait, you just mentioned someone I want to.
I love watching it live, but it's so hard for me to sit down and watch
like a special.
Yeah, even of people I like.
How good is listening to the Bill Hicks one of his tapes? The last, I think it was one of the last ones that he taped.
How good is it? The episode of
Rant in E Minor. I love that album.
When Letterman has his mom on. And she gets all 3 blocks or whatever. She has all 3 segments.
And she makes him like eat it.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does not. He keeps trying to kind of apologize and she never
I don't think
lets
I've
him
ever
have
seen
it.
a man atone for an hour on television like
And
that.
she won't let him have
saw
it. It's beautiful.
You know this story, right?
No.
Like, he finally got, because he did old Letterman, but he never did like CBS Letterman. And he loved Letterman. And he was still trying to struggle, at least in America, to break it up, break big. And
Wait a second, who are we talking about?
Bill Hicks.
Hicks. And so he finally did like the 10:30 Letterman show at CBS.
Oh, wow.
And he did abortion joke. He did like pro-lifers, if you love life so much, you don't lock up and block abortion clinics, like block funeral or cemeteries or something like that. And then talks about how hateful anti-abortion, and they cut it.
Oh.
And like, it broke his fucking heart, and then he died like soon after.
He was already sick, right?
Letterman doesn't feel guilty about much, I don't think, but I think he felt guilty about that. And then, like on the anniversary of his death or something,
they played it.
They had his mother on, Bill Hicks' mother, as a guest, and they played it, and he talked to his mother, and his mother to Letterman's face was like, "Yeah, it broke his heart," and like,
wow,
It's
she
an
said it hurt
incredible
our
watch.
family. She said, I think she says it's like it hurt our family.
Whoa.
It's unbelievable television.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's great because then they show it, the controversial clip, and Letterman himself is like, I can't see anything in there that I could imagine being that controversial now. But he never gets, like, she never lets him have it. I just love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
She don't give a fuck. She's not in show business.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Well, in Austin, Texas,
You're the guy that hurt my boy's feelings.
In Austin, you get there's the oldies who knew him.
Yeah, sure.
And stuff like that. So you'd always get like a couple story, or people would drop it that way.
Yeah. Well, you can't like Dennis Leary if you.
Oh, is that the war?
And and as a matter of fact, I might as well say it. I might as well just say it.
He
they
thinks
asked me.
he's an actual fireman, doesn't he?
He thought he was Bill Hicks too, and that was really. Well, I've told this story before, but the awful thing was they were both in London doing stand up. Have you heard this?
I think I've heard you tell me that.
Oh shit! Well, then that's probably me.
No, I forgot it.
Go over it again.
Tell it.
Okay, so.
To the bed.
Okay, so anyway, Bill Hicks went on after Dennis Leary, and of course, Dennis Leary has stolen everything.
Oh, they were on the same show?
Yeah, everything from Bill Hicks, the smoking, everything, basically. Then in the in the London Times the next day, it said that Bill Hicks is a poor man's Dennis Leary.
Oh fuck!
I think
hate this fucking business.
I know that. I think that gave him cancer. I think that's what started. Because also, like he had said, his agent at the time at William Morris, he said, "I heard that you were thinking. Apparently, I heard you were thinking of signing Dennis Leary, and he's stolen everything from me. And if you do, I'm going to leave." And they did. They signed
They
it.
don't
one
give a
cares.
shit. Yeah,
no
are
one
you
cares.
kidding me? Nobody gives a fuck.
and he has yet another show coming out.
It's even worse now. No one gives a fuck about stealing material now. And you'll even see like
my God, no.
comedy fans on the internet saying they don't care.
Nobody
like, in
cares.
replies, they'll be like, well, they tell it better. And I'm like, where are we as a people?
Correct.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
fucking-
terrible.
Agreed. I had to
culture's
pull some.
bad.
I had to pull some kid aside and let him know that his parasitic twin joke was Joan Rivers' joke from like 1970 something.
Right.
And the kid just looked at me. I was like, I mean, I know it's your dead brother, but it's not your joke.
Yeah.
Do your research. Yeah, I don't know where anything is at right now in like all of that because I can't take the manufactured like reels and things like that. That all of it just really frustrates me.
Well, we're comics, so we like to focus on like comedy and what's wrong. But everything sucks.
Everything does
Comedy
suck.
is just part of everything. The culture
sucks. Yeah, I agree.
Movies suck. Like everything sucks,
But
man.
somehow people are getting super rich off of all the suckiness.
For a second.
You think that's all I need? I just need to be rich for a second.
I know. I always think of that
just
too.
let it
when-
happen for a
OD
minute.
When people say
Those beautiful quotes.
when they say a one-hit wonder, I always think, yeah, that'd be great.
Fabulous.
One,
Yes.
you make so much money if you have one huge hit.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
And guess what? People generally love you. You don't have a second hit that people hate you for. It's
Yeah.
the first one that people remember you for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that for a minute. The culture thing is really because I'm old and I remember the last like analog century, which I guess is what all old people say when they get old. But like I can't take.
I remember the phonograph.
I just want like
Because
when
I'm older than you.
That's when comedy was real.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like not everybody needs to be donating content to the conversation. Not everybody needs to be it like. And now I feel like I don't want to be any kind of visible because there's just too many people.
It's exhausting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm totally into like I want
Like
to move to an island.
The Netflix thing, like it's like
What?
we were
the
talking about this.
festival?
Jody got
No.
Yeah, it's like called.
Oh no.
we were calling it. Well, she called it "Write a Joke" instead of "It's a Joke," and we're just saying "Tell a joke" because it's just what the fuck.
If anyone who's ever waited tables or had to be a bartender, I'm like that's why I find crowd work to be less interesting as a viewer because it's like that's what I had to do
last
for
resort.
Yeah,
What are we
exactly.
doing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Now
a-
that's all there is,
that's
and it's
all.
set up too. It's so gross.
Well, that's the thing. But now audiences want that.
Yeah.
It's like it's totally changed.
We
it.
train them, but like we stand for nothing.
Every
Every time a trend happens, you see so many comics being like, "I'll never do this. Sucks,"
Yeah.
and then like, "I'll check back in
'Cause
6
they just-
months."
yeah.
Like, I can't believe we can't unionize. Like we
Yeah.
would fucking kill each other for an extra $6 spot at the Improv.
I know. I do think I do
Yes.
think there should be a union, though. It's so fucking crazy. Like we have no protection, from thieves or anything. From any,
And then you learn about the history of it when they tried, and you
To
find out
unionize, yeah.
Shandling was the bad guy and Leno was the good guy, and you're like, I just want to blow my fucking brain
Oh,
out.
is that part of the story? Who was
Kinda,
telling us
yeah.
Dana?
Oh.
About them trying to unionize? Was that Dana Gould?
No, it was Andy Kindler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm Dying Up Here. Have you read that book? It's great.
Is that? Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I want to know. Is that the one that talks about Leno in the closet and all that shit?
I don't think so.
Oh, you know that.
No,
Him
not gay. Just in the
dead.
club. He was listening. in.
hiding in the yeah.
Yeah.
You know that during
You
the
really thought
letter.
he
I
was
was like, look,
That is one
I'm
ugly
not
gay
shocked
dude.
by much, but
Only a woman could like that shit.
you see
the
this?
Leno Letterman stuff. He was
Did you
hiding.
guys see this? It's-
What? Right? It was during that.
You got me? It's a cock. I'm okay. Yeah, what's wrong with the cock? I'm really doing my real shitty
I like it.
impressions
That's
today.
okay. It's good. You both do a good Leno.
Yeah, if it feels good, who cares? James, what would be the ideal situation if you could do anything? Would you want to host a show, like a TV show, like a late night, or would you?
Do they still make late night shows?
I don't know. Or be on a sitcom, or what? Or
I'd like to be a touring comic that can pay his rent. I try not to aim higher than that.
Hell yeah.
And not have to have a day job again. Like, oh man, the brief amount of times I haven't had to have a day job felt very good. But I've always had to work.
It changes your brain.
And then like, oh god,
Yeah.
And it's insane. Like the one year I got like that. I was working for this company. They had a mass layoff, and so we got like primo unemployment for like a year.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I can treat comedy like it's my full-time job.
Yeah.
And that was the most I improved within 1 year of comedy. And you're like, oh, this is why rich kids thrive in the industry.
Yeah.
They get to just do this all day
have time.
and think about it all.
And they don't have to worry.
It's their job.
Yeah.
Because they can just, I'm just going to go to a coffee shop and write.
Yeah.
You know, and I can get up every night. I can hit every fucking, like,
Pandemic.
like it was like almost mathematic. It hit me. I'm like, I improved in that 1 year so much more than any other year.
Yeah, but you work with kids, and like kids, that's any kind of thing where you have to talk to people. When I waited tables, I had to go home
from work, and I don't want to
talk at all
and die, or try to keep my relationship alive on zero energy.
Yeah, all of that. That's how I always felt. I was like, when I get home from like talking all this inane shit that you care about but you don't care about, you have to, I want to go home and be like as high as possible and just stare at a wall. Like that's give me 60 minutes of that, and then I'll think about a comedy career.
Yeah.
Pandemic got me used to wanting to not work.
Oh yeah.
You know, that really, I was like, oh, this is nice. How do I do this?
I kind of felt guilty because just taking stuff to the dry cleaner or whatever, and the woman said, "Have a great long weekend," and I was like, my life is a long weekend.
yeah, it's not bad.
Because I forgot it was Memorial Day weekend. Like I don't even know what days
that
it
was
is.
recently. Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I went and they said I have a lost weekend.
Great movie.
Do you know how to? I have a bunch of
If I
sequel
have
gowns.
much
have
more
one
of this, I'm
question.
going to see a bat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's the absinthe treating
Lost
you?
weekend
Delicious.
reference.
Are you
I know.
seeing
Does he
shit?
see a bat?
Who? Poe?
No, in the Lost Weekend, like he gets so fucked up and he sees a bat.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
Well,
big rubber bat.
I remember the hiding the alcohol in the chandelier.
It was like the first movie about alcoholism.
Yeah. Other
What?
than
The Lost Weekend.
Wine and Roses, did that come on? Was that after?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I never saw that one.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. There was an amazing song, and it was Jack Lemmon and.
Oh, then it had to be after.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
Lost
so.
Weekend was like 30s.
Was
right?
it all 30s?
30s
It is.
or 40s.
40s, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that I
Yeah.
think that was like late 50s, early 60s. Lee Remick and Jack Lemmon. It was really amazing.
I love
Days of Wine and Roses.
Oh,
it was
Jack
called.
Lemmon is just the best.
I know.
The fucking Apartment, man. I can watch that movie every week.
I know. He was awesome.
We just
Now, quick comedy question. Should I keep the Glengarry Glen Ross reference in my closer, or am I ancient?
let them learn.
I didn't
with
care.
you.
I went ahead and spit it out.
I just figure that's canon, right?
Yeah,
Glengarry
absolutely.
Glen, like, it's your fault if you haven't seen Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people don't know shit today. They don't watch stuff unless they're into film. You don't casually come across. I came across the weirdest movies on TV on a Saturday afternoon because we
Yeah.
had fucking 4 channels, and that was it, right?
Well, I
That-
got into comedy to dumb it down, ignore genocides, in the hope that Pete Holmes gets another bowling show that maybe I can write on. You know, that's why I chase this dream.
to enable others.
Yeah, to like not even like compromise myself when things happen, but to pre-compromise,
Nice.
Pre-compromise is the best part.
so
of
I'm ready
Is that-
when they call.
Right. Yeah. Give me a clean 10 about nothing. I got it.
Have you ever had to do like a clean set, like a corporate gig or that shit?
Yeah. I mean,
You can be clean.
yeah, but I mean,
I can't.
My stuff.
I can
you
be
know,
clean, but it's still dark as fuck.
I know, but
Is
my
that- but
shit.
that's clean.
I was really heartbroken about Letterman too, because I had gotten it like in the early 90s or whatever. And then they had such a turnover of bookers at that time that, I was told I got it. And then Daniel Kellison came in and said I didn't have it and I had to send a tape. So my manager sent a tape and he said to my agent at that time.
You had to send a tape.
Yeah.
How many times you'd been on television at this point?
Well, a few. I had a few half hours actually, or two.
Right,
half
so
hours.
there's tape. That
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
I
all
had
I'm
to.
saying.
But it's
Yeah.
all like I still had to audition and do all
Right,
this shit.
right.
And so Daniel Kellison saw my tape and said, "Well, this would be okay if a guy was doing it."
said those words out loud.
Yeah. Said it to my
fucking
agent, and then my
Christ.
agent sent it to me, and I was like, "Great!" And that was the same agent. This was so amazing. Like the same agent that years later I was at Just for Laughs, and he goes, "You know what, Laura, we've got to get you out more." And I said, "I haven't been at ICM in 5 years."
And that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I sat in
God
an
damn.
agent's office once.
But I have it worse than women in comedy, right?
Yeah.
Hammer that home.
This guy sat me in his office. He had headhunted me on Facebook,
Oh.
and I went in because I'm an idiot and sat through a meeting where he asked me all about me for a minute, and then he goes, "Look, I'm gonna break it to you. I got a fat chick, a black guy, a straight guy,
All right, Don
and a
Rickles.
Jewish girl." He's like, "I don't got a gay guy. I need a gay guy
gay guy
on
in
my
the back
roster."
going,
He
"Hey,
literally
what I do?"
laid it out like that. I was like,
Wow.
"Yeah." He
Jesus
just
Christ.
put every fucking category he needed. But except me, I was the missing jewel to complete the
And
crown.
I'm starting a band.
Oh my god!
I couldn't. I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, "This has to be like a kid. Like it was
Where's the
unreal."
camera? Yeah.
Totally, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. It was just Burbank.
God.
But
Cameras
yeah, I
everywhere.
couldn't believe he said it out loud. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. That's when I thought it was a joke.
Oh, fucking! I don't want to. One of the guys who owns one of the major clubs. When they opened up another club in Chicago, he would come there back when I still lived there. And I had a friend who was a comic lifer road guy. You know, been doing it decade plus. He had a
Palsy.
no. He had like a weird hand, like a small hand, deformity. I don't know. I'm not trying to be.
He was unhanded.
Not trying to be shocking or woke. I'm
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know, I don't
He
know.
was experiencing unhandedness.
Yeah, fucked up hand. And you know, he addresses it. You know, I've been doing comedy a while. He knows people are seeing it. He addresses it up top,
Yep.
gets to the jokes he wants to talk about, you know, like a pro would, who has anything. And then the owner said, it was like a showcase mic to see if he could get work at the club. I was there when he did it. The owner of this club, who owns one of the major clubs out here, said to this kid's face, "I don't want to see you for 6 months. And when you come back, nothing but hand jokes."
What?
I'm just like,
What?
you are an evil, sick, dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Said that to a kid's face with a hand deformity.
I
Who, like,
believe it.
addressed it up top, like,
Yeah.
and had a good set.
And did fine.
But he's like, "You're gonna be my weird hand guy."
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like, just the creative mind of these people.
yeah.
Is it? Was it Jamie Masada or was
How'd
it?
you guess on the first try?
Laura names names. I love it.
I
Laura-
don't
was-
give a damn. Why
Yeah.
not? That's
Sure,
what our podcast
let 'em have
is
it.
about. It's all about
Absolutely.
truth.
I don't want to
Who
lose this special needs teaching job.
No, I know.
Who was the old guy?
One
who
of these kids' parents might be in the biz.
I
You guys
was-
would have made great slave masters.
in
Yeah.
the old
They're
days.
fucking crazy, dude.
It's
And
weird.
it's just because they got fucking lucky with, like,
Dang.
I mean, the Laugh Factory only exists because of AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because
why
it
it's
was the
so
third club,
haunted?
and they advertised at the AIDS boom on the wet and we
West
held-
Hollywood.
They put out, they gave out free condoms with Laugh Factory on
That's why that place is fucking weird and haunted.
Right.
It is. Have you been there?
the back.
Yeah.
The upstairs, I mean, and that weird where they have like memorabilia.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It creeps me out.
But I want to move back to Chicago, and I heard that one's really good, and I'd like to work it.
Yeah, there you go.
So
bleak.
there's two laughing. Wow.
Wait, you want to move back to Chicago? You miss it?
I gotta get out of here, man.
Is it killing
sucks.
you? Yeah, it's weird here.
Yeah,
It's
not-
mental.
I gave it a shot. I think.
Yeah, LA's mental.
Yeah, I just missed doing stand up. I want to.
Yeah.
I want more stand up.
For sure.
My favorite, you know.
I love it. I love stand up.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. It makes
Everything around it sucks, but I love it.
So I quit being in band, well, for a bunch of reasons, but I used to be in bands, and the hardest thing was just to get to the point where you're playing music, right?
Yeah.
You have to have rehearsal, you have to meet people at band,
Yeah.
you have to flyers and all this bullshit, and then you have to set up your equipment, all these things, and then you finally get to play for 45 minutes. It's all this shit just to get to that moment. And
Yeah.
stand-up
Yeah.
didn't feel like that when I started.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just show up. Oh, I see my friends. I have
Yeah.
a beer. I go on
Yeah.
stage. I'm an idiot. And then it's over.
And just the amount of shows, like, hasn't really returned.
Yeah.
No.
It's locked down.
I agree.
And
It's
there's
different.
probably double the comics and half the show. It's just hard, man. It's
Yeah.
really cutthroat out.
It's
I
just
wish-
for, like, bullshit stage time, you know, for
I,
anything.
I wish you and Alan would do another show at the Bigfoot Lounge because that was fun. That's how we met.
It was.
I really love that place.
Yeah,
I loved it
that's where
too,
we-
but it was exhausting. Because,
Yeah.
like, we had to, like,
I hate running a show.
we had to set that show up, bounce it, and host it.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
DJ it.
shit.
Like, you know, I'm old, but I mean, I would now. but
You would
I
do it
think
again?
I think someone else took it.
Really?
I think that's where we
But no,
first
I remember
hung
it,
out
like,
was at that show.
You liking me blew my fucking mind. You're like one of my favorite comics.
Oh, shut
before I
up.
met
Are
you.
you kidding me?
I was
Stop.
talking to her.
Oh fuck! No, it was at
Jesus.
It was at Bigfoot Lounge.
so sweet.
You were performing, and that's the first time we hung out and came back here with Myrna.
Yeah.
It was that night.
Oh, that's right. Because we went to Ben and Myrna's, right?
No, we came here.
Oh, we came here?
Yeah.
Oh, because I remember, I feel like we
But
were
I
in the
was-
kitchen at
We-
Ben
no.
and Myrna's. You had
Oh,
long hair.
That was a different.
A different time, yeah.
Okay. But you had long hair.
Yeah, then.
Okay.
But I was like floating. I was at Laura Heitlinger's house and it was dark and we were in that big room and I was just like on another planet.
Yeah. I tell my buddy Peter back in Chicago, I'm like, me and Laura Heitlinger are friends.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yes.
She's the love of my life.
Me too. My friend.
God damn it. Where are these kids now?
My friend Joe Carlin.
He's married and he has
who
3 kids.
we used to watch Stranger with Candy and UCB all the time. That was the funniest shit.
You
to
talk
us.
about shows that matter.
That shit.
Strangers
I'm
with
sorry,
Candy.
Puppy. That show was so funny.
Mount Rushmore.
Can you edit out the part where I knock my dog's head on the
Mount Rushmore. That's Garrett's favorite movie, isn't it?
Strangers with Candy is the funniest.
Mount Rushmore. Now I can't say it because I've had too much absinthe.
It's the porno version of Rushmore.
What I say?
Mount Max.
Where all the double negatives on Strangers with Candy, where she's like, "Is that not what you don't want me not to do?"
Oh, yeah.
Like all of it.
Yeah.
That show is the secret
genius.
language of all my friends. I
Yep.
just woke them up. I don't mean to. Have you watched that recently? When's the last time you watched
Oh, it's been a little bit, but God, I watched it
Incessant?
so much.
That was something
Oh, yeah.
I recorded on VHS and needed.
I lived with 3 women in college, and
Uh-huh.
we would watch Golden Girls and Stranger with Candy all the fucking time.
Yes.
And just smoke weed,
This
laugh our asses off.
dude came down. I was in college, so I was really open-minded, and I was sitting in the common area, and I was watching Designing Women, and then another man walked in, so I changed the channel really fast. And then this dude came in, and he was like this free thing. He went upstairs and gave me all of this religious literature, which was so annoying. He was like,
my
"I have
God.
a Quran, and
Like,
here's
keep
the
it on.
Bhagavad
Don't
Gita."
Take me somewhere and then
all the-
shock me like that.
All the right. I was
Yeah.
like, I was so down, and then it got like churchy, and so then I didn't know how to get out of this like conversation. So I gave him the remote, and he's changing it, and he stopped on Designing Women, and I was like, "Oh, I hate that I like you again. What a roller coaster."
Oh man.
That was the only woman I met in college.
Delta Burke.
I wish I would lose my mind
She
if I
got a
met
raw deal,
Delta
man.
Burke.
I think that the first thing you lose when you become astronomically wealthy, I guess, and famous is your empathy
Yeah.
for other people. You just,
You just forget how people live.
yeah,
Well, I think it's because you're like, I got mine,
yeah.
so
Well,
it's that.
You forget how people live. Like,
Yeah.
Bernie Mac, one of my favorite things he ever said was like, should I do the voice? No.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I'll say this, motherfuckers.
You can do it.
I've seen a lot of most motherfuckers get a lot less funny when they stop riding the bus.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of the truest shit I've ever heard.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's brilliant.
Like, I've seen it with countless comics. We all have. It's
Yeah.
like, you haven't interacted with, you haven't
A
shopped for your
normal
own fucking
person.
groceries in about a decade, have you?
Right.
Like, you're not even out in the world with people.
What-
You
Yeah.
know? So, of course, you can't relate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody knows what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I love Susie as Eddie Izzard and Dressed to Kill, where he's talking about how inbred the royal family is and trying to mix with common people. Go,
Yeah.
oh, you're a plumber. What on earth is that? It's like having just no basic reality.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Laura, who did you love growing up, stand-up wise? Or who was big for you? I don't know.
You know, it's so.
It's hard to say.
It's really obvious, or not obvious, but one of my favorite specials I think I ever saw was Richard Pryor.
Sunset Strip.
Yep, and I also saw.
Unreal.
We were talking about HBO earlier. I think that was like my dream was because it was on HBO, and we had just gotten HBO. My
it
mom.
mattered.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
mom got it illegally. She worked at the phone company and
Yeah.
knew this guy or whatever. Slept with this guy to get HBO, and so then.
Got the wires connected.
Yeah, you bet.
I always thought the cops could show up at your house if you did that. Like
Yeah.
stole cable.
I think they can do whatever they want. I think
Well,
they
but
Yeah, they pretty much can beat anybody they want or do whatever they
Well,
want.
is that like
and both
licensed?
parties will still like, we should give them more money.
Yeah.
I mean, they're underfunded.
Yeah.
Okay, I told Garrett I would do my impression
Now,
of a dog.
Live on
eating.
the Sunset Strip, though, it's still
It's so
it's
good.
mind blowing. And then when you learn the story that it tanked,
I
Yeah.
know.
and he told everyone like, come back tomorrow
Yeah.
Oh,
for
really?
free, the
Yes.
same crowd, and like, I mean, that's so incredible.
Yeah.
because you grow up thinking like this might be the perfect
Yeah.
piece of the art form, and
Yeah.
this guy's a genius. I bet he never. And it's like, oh, he bombed the night before.
Right.
It's like the most stand-up shit ever, really,
Ever.
because he was taking risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember whatever his HBO special was. I mean, before that came out, it might have been like the Young Comedians special where it was a short thing that he did the thing about why can't I think of
Exorcist?
Exorcist, right? The Exorcist had just come out, and you know the bit he said that would last like 2 seconds in a black. Get that cross out your pussy. Like it'll last 2 fucking seconds.
Yeah, like he invented the trope that is now hack almost of like black people would never stay in a haunted house.
I know.
Like,
It's true.
Did he switch?
and you know he was the best because he would wear his own merch that has name on it that said goat on it. That's how you knew he was the goat.
Wait, huh?
Did he switch material between the first and second, the bomb night and the next night, or he
don't
just
know.
wasn't like into it?
I don't know.
I've heard that story, but I didn't know the difference.
I assume it was similar. I doubt he did a whole new hour, but like,
Right.
But I even remember like the movies, Silver Streak. I mean, just the movies with Gene Wilder. How funny they were.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
oh,
what a duo, man.
Yeah.
Wilder was like the coolest white boy ever.
Wilder?
Like, going back
Yeah.
to Blazing Saddles. He's
Oh my
like,
God,
He's
I
like,
love
oh, that's the
Blazing
coolest white boy of all time.
I love Blazing
is my
Saddles. That
shooting
was so
hand.
goddamn funny.
Yeah. What Hear No Evil, See No Evil? Is that the movie? My mom loved that. These rare glimpses of comedy that my mom showed me was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Isn't it weird? That's what you remember?
Yeah, and that's really, truly, there were other things
I got out of Sunday night church because my dad liked black comedy so much.
Yeah.
And Living Color started.
Holy shit. And Living Color
We'd stay
is...
home and watch Living Color. My dad watched every white boy who grew up poor as shit, like remembered separate drinking fountains.
Yeah,
in Kentucky.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obsessed with black humor. Watched every black sitcom. Still to this day, he'd be like, I'm
Yeah.
watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I'm like, what?
Cool.
Like,
Do you remember the
I
theme
grew up
song?
on like Sanford and Son.
I did
Jealous
too. I
Sons,
love Sanford and
I
Son.
love the Hanging with Mr. Cooper theme song. They're the Cooper.
I never watched it.
Hanging
That was
with
a
my
comedy
man.
snob
He's
by
also-
that time.
Well, that's not comedy. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
When I
Living
first
Color
started
is
comedy,
fucking
though, the
funny.
first thing my dad asked me, because, old parent, he thought there were like 5 comics in the world. I think I've been doing comedy 3 months in Chicago. He's like, you meet Cedric the Entertainer yet?
Oh my god! When I was in bands, we went to some ranch in
Well, yeah, we were.
Crawford, Texas, and the neighbors who were fucking rich podunk people, like rich country people. She was this like whatever. She's some country farmer lady, and I told her I was in Austin, Texas, and I was in bands, and she, without missing a beat, she's like, "Do you know the Rolling Stones?" It's like fucking yes,
Famous
I
Austin
did.
band, Rolling
Famous
Stones.
Austin
No.
band. But that's how far you know what I mean. It's like you're a band, you're in any band, you're famous.
Yeah. Why don't you ask to be on Letterman? That's my favorite.
No, my grandmother actually said that I should ask to be on Carson.
Like when you were.
Like, I guess I was probably like, I had done like
Oh, you should
stand up
just
in college.
ask.
Daily?
Yeah.
You could probably do Daily. You
Yeah.
could probably ask Carson Daly.
Yeah, just
We'd love to
ask.
Johnny Carson. Imagine Carson getting unsolicited requests from female comedians. I bet he would.
What did you do? Okay, so did you send a tape to Letterman?
No,
When
I
they
had
asked you to?
auditioned. I had auditioned so many fucking times. It's just like different. I remember Robert Morton was I had just done a half-hour HBO thing.
It's so funny. I literally only know these people from TV as a kid. Like, oh, Morton. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. And he goes, "Why do you want to?" And he said to me and my manager, "You've already done a special. Why do you care about doing stand-up? People do stand-up on Letterman to get a special." And I was like, "Because I want to do it because it's Letterman."
Yeah,
Yeah.
stand up
Okay.
on Letterman was kind of the
Epic.
last thing that mattered. Like,
Yeah.
big time.
I always thought.
Yeah,
Like HBO specials, stand up on Letterman.
yeah. And then there
If
was,
I could see a Wendy Liebman set on Letterman, that was like a great day.
oh,
Anyway, go
and then there
ahead.
was also like a
But what is like that now? Going on Rogan?
Yeah.
Is that where we are? Is
Yes.
he the
I-
tastemaker?
Rogan is Carson.
well,
He is.
Rogan.
He breaks you.
Who's Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
But he can,
That
if
doesn't-
you're on his show, you'll have a zillion followers the next day. All that
Really?
shit.
But do people do
Yes.
stand up on his show?
No, you talk about
No.
dumbass shit.
That's why the comics he blows up are really good.
I mean, I always think about the human growth hormone thing that he's on. Like, wouldn't it be nice if it like actually made you evolve as a better human and not just made you a thicker person, like
Yeah.
heavier?
An inner growth hormone.
Yeah. Or you're not this like,
That's what I mean.
or
growth human hormone.
See, I can be in a writer's room. There's a punch up right there.
Yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Or just
Get
not
me out of
being-
this school.
Yeah.
No, I love the work. It's rewarding.
not supporting your ragingly like unwoke anti-trans audience. Meanwhile,
Whoa.
you're so doped up on testosterone, but you're giving
Right.
shit for being on hormones. Like, go. fuck
I'm a
yourself.
body scientist. Well, your neck is
All right, it's trans.
a color of red I've never seen in nature.
and the sad thing is, I love news radio. I just love that.
That was a different guy.
It was?
All those cells have been replaced.
Uh,
That was a
shit, I
different human
forgot he
being.
was on that.
It's insane how charming he is on that show.
He is
Yeah.
very. It's charming.
I mean,
He's
that was a
great
perfect
writer.
show.
Yeah.
It is a perfect show.
Maybe the best cast show of all time.
because there's
like all
fucking
like seven
people.
all perfect.
Condi Alexander. She's so. I love
Dude, that
her.
news radio was a big one for me too.
Same. I loved it.
I would like
recorded
fuck
it.
because they moved it around every couple months.
Yes.
I remember I would like
Have to
track
find it. Yeah.
and tape it.
Because I loved Vicki Lewis and the fucking secretary. I loved her. I was like a staunch, like, not Kathy Griffin, Vicki Lewis in those days. But then
I
when.
just can't believe
What's that?
Rogan has done more damage than Andy Dick.
It was neck and neck for a while.
Oh yeah, it was a good race.
If it weren't for that one arrest in that trailer park. Did you see that video?
I would have gotten away with it.
Oh my God. It was on video. Did you see that shit? Andy Dick, the last big thing. Did you see that?
I had to stop the Google
It was-
alerts.
it
There
was-
were 2 minutes.
Here's Amber Alerts and then the Dick Alerts.
There was Dick Alerts.
Which
Was
I signed
Andy
up for
out
Dick
here?
Alerts, but it wasn't exactly what I thought.
Good God.
Either way, Andy shows up. No, I loved
News
News Radio.
Radio.
And as
I
much
mean,
as
that was like comedy nerd heaven because it was like modern and a throwback. Like it was just the smartest show.
what the fuck did we just watch?
It was like meta at times, but never like cute.
yeah, no.
I mean, it was just.
There's a future episode. They would get into that.
And my girlfriend's
like-
writing partner wrote on like Murphy Brown and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So-
and she was like, dude, everyone was jealous of the news radio. No one
Yeah.
watched the show, but every
It was a great
writer was
show.
like, that's the writing job we want.
Yeah,
that
'cause-
was like the cool writers' room.
There's an episode of Murphy Brown where they turn it into like an audience show. There's like, instead of a newscast, they're trying to keep up with the times and get ratings, so they turn it into like a talk show thing.
Right. Oh, I
where they have
vaguely remember that.
They have to field questions and things. And
Yeah.
there's one point, that to me is very ahead of its time, even though Murphy Brown's a pretty light sitcom, where she's like,
No, he did a lot. I mean,
I did. Well,
I was
hello,
a temp on
potato.
one.
fucking vice president called
Call her out.
That
But
was
she,
crazy.
there's a
I
moment.
remember even as a child, I was like, doesn't he have better shit to do?
Yeah. That's the only way I think I knew who Dan
Because
Quayle
she was a single mother.
Yeah.
Good.
And ruining the country.
Right.
Destroying society.
And he spells potato with an E.
But there's an episode where she takes the question from an audience member. She's like, yes, the lady in glasses. She's like, excuse me, I'm the visually impaired person.
No way.
Yes. And like corrects her on the like, I don't know. There's like moments. where-
Can't say anything anymore. Except you can.
No, I loved Murphy Brown. I watched it with my mom. It was like
I
gay
was a
code.
temp on that.
Were you
Oh, you
really?
were one of the recurring? Because, yeah, that
Not
was a...
recurring. No, I just
No, that's...
did-
I mean, it was a bit... They would get rid of
on the
him every
old Murphy
episode.
Brown?
Yeah, and when they were like,
Her
Oh, I heard
secretary.
you say this.
Yeah?
You said this on the podcast before.
Really?
I
Do you not
forget.
listen
No.
to the podcast?
When
No,
Laura
no.
talks? No.
I've been.
I have a
on-
puppy.
No, I was on shitty.
Yeah, it was like the Spinal Tap drummer,
No, I was
right?
with.
They would like have a new one every
yeah,
week.
A different
Yeah, but I
secretary.
was on. No, I was on. I was on the thing that Nicole was on. I was on the nanny, but I've never been on Murphy Brown.
Oh.
See, I knew she was
I
on the name.
I know. I didn't think I'd mentioned. Have I mentioned that?
The nanny or Murphy Brown?
Murphy Brown,
No.
no.
Well, you were her
Then-
secretary? God
well,
damn it.
no, they had temps. Didn't they have
Am I
like
on
there
a lot
are
of
30
drugs
different?
Right now? What just happened?
Like
I've had a lot of drugs.
Were you on Murphy Brown?
She
Yes,
had-
I was, and the nanny.
Okay,
I've been alive forever.
Murphy Brown.
Brown.
The
the nanny is Murphy Brown.
Clinton Gary, Clinton Roth. She had a different.
father.
She
My
had, she had a
The
different
nanny.
secretary every week.
That's what I fucking was. I was
Yeah.
one of those.
But it wasn't temp. She just fired them because
Right,
they were
like,
It was
inept.
like the
secretaries.
Spinal Tap drummer
I'm
always
sorry.
died.
Yeah.
It was like I meant
Oh, you're
recurring,
right.
like it was a recurring bit.
Right.
Because when they did the
I'm not good with words neither.
I mean, can
they
I?
did the reboot, and
I
the
love
big
you.
thing was that Hillary
Edit that
Clinton was her secretary.
Yeah. Okay.
You
They did a
didn't see
reboot. I
that?
forgot they did a reboot.
And Hillary Clinton was her temp secretary, who she fired or whatever.
She already ruined Dairy Girls. Why does she have to?
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. She has a crazy story. Her upbringing. is
Hillary
nuts.
Clinton?
No,
Yeah, she had slaves.
no.
Crazy story.
Candace Bergen.
She was a Republican until
Murphy
she wasn't.
Brown.
Wank.
Yeah.
That one famous picture of the two of them as like a young red-faced married couple. It's like, how could you not see that? Like trouble.
Oh, yeah.
When she's like, there's a vast
When
right
two
wing.
psychopaths meet and fall in like,
Yeah.
nothing can stop it.
Oh, it's true.
God, but do you know, I loved talking to Julia Sweeney about playing Chelsea Clinton because that was epic.
Oh my God. I
Right?
forgot. Julia Sweeney played her?
I swear that was her.
I don't know.
I don't
they gave her-
remember. That's
right?
just really funny.
Back in the day, yeah, because they were reading her for her braces and her acne and her curly hair. And they made,
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the Clinton we destroyed at the time.
yeah, that we tried.
Yeah, we let the
chip.
adult Clintons like,
I
get
tell
away
you
with
what,
everything, but
it's
Chelsea, we bodied that child.
But any
Yeah.
Clinton that walks into a restaurant or a theater, people's politics just melt away. They cannot wait to like.
Slick Willie, man.
Oh.
It's that though.
You don't
yeah.
just get that nickname.
Speaking of just there's my friend Carrie. You know Carrie Lindo, right? Carrie Lindo
Delroy
talks
Lindo?
about. No, Carrie Lindo. Her aunt or something used to
Now we're
work
having
in
fun.
Clinton's office.
I don't know this person.
And they were like, we used to turn our backs to the wall for fear of getting pinched, like that kind of.
Arkansas?
Yeah, back then, yeah.
When they had slaves.
That's a Carrie Lindo story.
yeah.
Is it too late to vote for Nader again?
I write.
You can always write in Nader.
That we were voting our dreams, not our fears. That's what he told us to do.
I love that people still blame him.
What, him? Blame?
I mean, idiots blame him for like
Florida
Florida.
for that? No, that was the Supreme Court and George H.W. Bush's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Also,
people don't-
I'm sorry you suck so much that 0.0002% of the vote can beat your fucking loser ass.
so there's a moment in
he lost his home state.
Gore?
Yeah.
There's a
that
moment.
was a radicalizing night for me. It was like the perfect age.
Really?
Being like a young, politically obsessed person.
Yeah.
With like 24-hour cable news, like
Yep.
as that was all going down,
Yep.
like in a college dorm, just fucking like, oh, we're watching like a
The
fucking
sham.
takeover.
Yeah, the sham live.
And we're watching the Democrats be fucking caving pussies because they don't really care. They just want to be an opposition party. And we're watching a fascist Republican party get everything they want. And the
Everything they
Democrats
want,
just holding their hand while they do it.
Yep. That's how it's going to
And
work.
saying you got to vote for us next time or more of those will happen.
No, God.
It's really hard to say right
So
now.
are you going to move? You're not going to Ireland anymore?
No, Garrett and I went and we thought, even though there were places
It's
that
been
were
done.
really beautiful, yeah, like we wanted to, be drunk Irish poets, but we
wanna go
thought
so
we would wind up
Yeah.
being bored at night.
That's
it
when you're
close
supposed-
early?
See, that's
No.
You drink. You drink at night, not in the day.
Why would you? Well, what's the difference? Why would you be bored at night there and not here?
It does close early.
It does. Oh, but it's just
Laura
like
closes early too.
yeah, like what?
Hey.
Well,
It's
that
kind of a boring. It's just kind of a.
We have to open an improv lab over there.
I know we
I
should.
don't even dream big. I just want to open a lab.
Yeah, just because we have a small place that closes. What we're? Oh, I know. Never mind. I was just,
What?
No, go ahead.
What's your plan?
no, okay. Well, we were saying like there weren't like fall down drunks in Ireland. Like there. I mean, I've seen people more drunk, like in the parking lot at Ralph's or whatever. People or just like or just in thing. And it's like if you have something that's all around, you don't need it. It's just there. Like in Amsterdam, nobody was high. When I was there, and so we
I
were
wish the
saying,
South would be more like that with the Bible.
yeah. And so like, just like, there if pedophiles were always around the Catholic Church, they wouldn't need
You just don't see
young
it.
boy.
You just can't even see it.
Never mind. All right. So
Prove it.
Yeah. James, we have gotten so fun. We've gotten so fun,
we
so
do it
drunk
again?
and fun. Yeah. We're
Right now. We'll get
Let's-
coffee. We'll do a sobering up hour.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
see, yeah, we have to have like a full night.
No.
James
Like the stages
Fritz.
of the trip.
I love you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, all of your fans should go to what to see you to know where you're
All my
playing
fans
next.
are literally in the room.
We love you, James. Where can people find you?
I have a website, James Fritz Comic. I'm at Fritz is Dead on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get on TikTok the day after it's banned.
Okay.
Now, I'm on there. I have one video and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
too
won.
old.
I can't handle it. I'm old.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm too old. I don't care.
I need to get my team on that.
Yeah.
All right, wrap it up. I gotta get on a plane.
Okay. Love you guys.
Can I do
Love
an impression
you.
of Freddie saying my name?
That's the first time Garrett's ever wanted to wrap it up,
I'm in the games.
so to speak.
I'm into games.
That's Freddie saying Mr. James.
Say bye.
Every 5 minutes of my day. I'm in the games.
Oh.
That's how he calls you.
Yeah.